Welcome to Ingalls Field as the Ripon Tigers play host to the Mayville Cardinals tonight. And I'm Howard Hansen along with Marty Ernser. And Marty getting a chance to watch both of these teams during warm-ups. And we were counting on the sideline earlier, and there's about 10 Tigers that are sidelined for this game. Thin numbers.
Yeah, they'll normally dress about, the Tigers I'm talking about 50 for home games, and they travel with fewer than that,
right.
Probably closer to 40. And that doesn't help. You need all hands on deck. One of those hands that appears he's going to be ready to go tonight will be the running back, the super sophomore Noah Olson, that had such a great game at the inaugural season with the North Fond du Lac here at Ingalls. I think he might have got a little
got tweaked.
Tweaked, yeah. That's a good word for it, last week. But it's good to see that he's going to be ready to play, it would appear, tonight.
Watching him do the warm-ups down there, he seems to be very mobile, and that's a good sign for the Tigers because, they're also going to have Stellmacher in that backfield. So.
Right. I think Olson looks a little faster to the edge, and I think that'll give him a little bit of more variety on the offensive side of things. You take a guy like Cameron Hahn, the 200-whatever-pound running back. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get ready for the national anthem. We'll be back right after the national anthem. And welcome back after that nice rendition of the national anthem. And Marty, finish your thought. You were just going to start mentioning about the three-headed backfield for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at those starting, the two juniors and the sophomore, the starting backfield, I look at Cameron Hahn as he's your power, right? I mean, no surprise there. 220-plus pounds, runs with a great lean, high knees. And then you look at the junior, Stellmacher. I see him as more quick than fast, and that lends itself just for that, picking your way off tackle. And then, as I mentioned earlier with Noah Olson, if he's ready to go tonight, I see there just more speed to the edge and then turn it upfield. And I think it's a nice balance of three different types of runners.
And I think that's one of the reasons they run Olson more to the wider side and Stellmacher to that narrow side is because of that speed versus quickness with those two. And then hopefully that will open it up in the middle a little bit more for Hahn to just run north and south.
Right, and Jason Wickstrom, of course, offensive coordinator, he's the one that dictates and writes the script for that offensive series. They didn't get a chance to write a lot of script last week because those running backs never really got a chance to get untracked. And so that'll be the thing we look for here tonight, first time offensive series by the Tigers. And now we'll see, do they get a chance to at least, get to the line of scrimmage and see a seam, have some real estate to work with.
That was a big problem last week as Lemira's defensive line was pretty much in the Tigers' backfield all night long.
Yeah.
So the Tigers will turn around and receive and have first possession as Mayville won the toss.
Right. And on the other side of the ball, the defense had to play a lot in that first half. But the two guys that really stood out, once again, in the first two games, senior Sam Yeomans, without question, has led the defensive unit in tackles both games. And then the junior, number 74, Quentin Steffens, was right behind him, not only with 8 tackles, but with a sack as well. And maybe those two guys can lead by example defensively for the Tigers tonight, as we're just moments away from kickoff.
Back deep for the Tigers will be Stellmacher and Agamite as we get ready to get this game underway. Here we go. Kick short. Taken and down. Going to be right at the 15-yard line, as it was a little slippery out there. As Agamite caught it and then tried stopping but couldn't.
Yeah, tough break.
Had a good wedge built up in front of him, just Mother Nature.
Yeah,
what can you say?
It's one of those. If you catch it, great. But if you don't catch it, would have gone out of bounds. You never know. So I think instead of hesitating and wondering, he did the right thing.
Yep. So, okay, Tigers will take over, 1st and 10. They're going to mark the ball on the 14, saying that's where his foot went out.
Mayville with a 4-man front, 4-4 defense, 4 backers.
That's handoff off the left side there to Hahn. He'll pick up about 4 yards.
Coach Bradley talked about just how aggressive this defensive unit is for the Cardinals. What better way than to take maybe your first offensive play with your most aggressive offensive player against that defense?
Force against force.
And, you pick up at least 4 yards there. I mean, that's, Ripon just won first down.
So it'll bring up 2nd, and they're going to say 6. Counter and nothing there as the Cardinals sniffed that one out. Olsen had no chance whatsoever.
Yeah, that's that penetration into the backfield.
So they're going to mark it a 7-yard loss. So it'll bring up 3rd and 12. Garrett Jennings coming in with the play as he comes to the sideline every time to get it.
Good sized linebacker there, number 52.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're that big and playing linebacker, that tells me you're athletic as well.
And flag thrown, false start called against the Tigers. That'll march another 5 off.
Stellmacher was in motion. That wasn't the call. It was somebody else, and the line judge felt was moving. So slow start for the Tigers here.
They're going the wrong direction after that great first down play. We'll make it 3rd and 17 for the Tigers.
Now you're just thinking, trying to get room for your punter. If they can block and give the quarterback for the Tigers Jennings time, him and Agamite could hook up.
Jennings back looking, he's got pressure, going down. And they're going to say he was down at the 1, so the safety doesn't come into play there.
Boy, this is be crucial now, trying to get a clean punt. Your punter he'll be standing probably about 1 step or 1 yard in front of that end line of the end zone. That happens to be Olsen.
Good quick kick there, end over end, taken at the 29. It's got that corner down to the 20, down to the 15-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will take over. A very short field possession.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by who else? Sam Yeomans.
Mr. Aggressive.
Mr. just won it. Good athlete, good feet, pretty good golfer.
And you know that personally?
Yeah, I've seen him out at the course. Him and his dad, his grandpa, his great-grandpa. I mean,
they're all there.
Yeah. But, so it's see what they can do defensively.
Zach Weiss, quarterback for the Cardinals. Handoff up the middle, big hole. And nobody's going to stop as they get into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was number 20 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was.
Blake Schraffenagel.
What a run that was. What blocking at the point of attack off the left tackle side. And that was just sheer energy on the offensive side.
A lot of power there.
Yep.
As Schraffenagel had the easy touchdown run. wiggling in for the extra point attempt. That's up, and it is good. And at the 9:32 mark in the first quarter, it's Mayville 7, Ripon 0. At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full-service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile. That's Silver Creek Dentistry.
Drive with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear tires from Flip Tire and Battery at West Fond du Lac Street, right here in Ripon.
As a locally owned and operated business since 1987, Webster's Marketplace is proud to support high school sports and our Ripon Tigers. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Ready to kick off here. So the game's starting off pretty much like last week in terms of Ripon's offensive possession. They got it deep in their own territory. Unfortunately, got negative yardage. And then early on, the opposition is able to score. In this case, in their first play, Mayville.
15-yard touchdown run there by Blake Schlaffenegel. So here we go, getting ready. Tigers will get their second attempt here.
Good kick.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Going in, and that'll be a touchback.
Wow.
Come on, Ripon!
End-over-end kick there.
Good foot.
Kick some ball out there!
Foot.
No, there's a little bit of wind, but not enough to really make that big of a difference. So Tigers will take over with their second possession here. As they will start on the 20-yard line.
Shouldn't have had that big bag of popcorn.
Garrett Jennings giving the play to his fellow Tigers.
What's Coach Wickstrom going to do here? He's going to come back to Cameron Hahn, or is he going to try to go air quickly?
Coming around the side. That's Olsen. Pick up kids 6, maybe 7 yards.
Oh, yeah.
See how far they're going to go.
There's that speed to the outside. Nice job. Had some good blocking at the point of attack as well.
So they're going to give him an 8-yard pickup there. So it'll be 2nd and 2.
That's what it takes.
Now you got to take the second play. He had good play on the first possession last time. Good one this time on first down. Now we got to keep going that same direction on second down. Here's the motion. Hand off to Hahn. He'll get the first down.
That's a good call. Come right back on short yardage to your physical runner. Good job by the junior Cameron.
Had some good blocking out there by
I don't know.
Dwight Kaler out there leading the way.
I don't know, Howard, if last week Ripon got a first down in that first half last week. They might have, but I don't recall. So Ripon already, I can just tell the way they're firing off the ball. Looking better.
Coach Bradley said they had a much better practice this week than last, so looking to pass. Got a receiver open.
Got him.
Caught him in stride and couldn't hang on to stay in bounds, but a great reception down there by Stellmacher.
Great call by Coach Wickstrom. You get your first down and 2 runs, and you play action pass Stellmacher out of that backfield. I'm not sure where he lined up, if he was in the slot or in the backfield. I think he was a wing out of that Southern Veer, Gordy Gillespie offense.
Well, it really helped, I think, with the run by Hahn the play before. It kind of pulled those linebackers in a little bit more. So big first down here, first and 10, ball on the 35. Still going, and pickup of 4 yards.
Hahn running angry. I've always thought if you can, on first and 10, you run 4, the offense wins. And that's basically, like you said, what they got. Because now with 2nd and 6, it always gives the offense to run or pass on 2nd and 6. Defense has to typically play it more straight up.
So we'll see what Coach Wickstrom will call on this one. We're at the 7:45 mark in the first period. Coming around the right side, and going to be very close to the first down. Depends if it's a left or right foot.
If you're a Tiger fan, you got to like the blocking at the point of attack.
They're going to say just short by about the length of the ball. So it'll be third down.
Good job by Olsen also. Both hands firmly around that ball. Good blocking.
So crucial down right here for the Tigers. You hate to say that this early in the ball game, but they've got some momentum going. Give it to the big guy up the middle. And he'll get that first and more, still on his feet.
Yeah, that's that lean. He does two things that any really good running back does on contact. He keeps that lean, and then he keeps those big legs going. And
he likes to initiate that contact.
No matter how big the defense and athletic that Mayville defense is, that's a formidable task to bring down the big guy. You know, last week they couldn't get, we talked about it, they couldn't get the ball, and they already had guys on them in the backfield.
Yep.
Here, the offensive line's doing their job.
Coming around the right side again, a little kick out. Here goes Olsen all the way in. 23-yard touchdown scamper for Olsen, and the Tigers are on the board.
Wow.
First team to score against Mayville all season.
What emotional response to that one offensive play by Mayville for the first touchdown. What a response by the home team Ripon Tigers. They took it to them. There was nothing fancy on that whole thing other than the long pass to Stelmacher.
Yep.
They kept it on the ground. And they beat them up front.
Yeah, that line really did a great job on this drive.
Yeah.
Now, in the turnaround in Schneider for the extra point attempt.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice live foot, huh?
That'd have been a good 35, 40-yarder if needed. So we're tied at 7 at the 6:35 mark here in the first period from Ripon.
Mayville now knows they're in a game. And a lot of emotion over there by not just players, but by the coaching staff. I think they just figured something out about themselves. Hopefully that drive is going to be symbolic of good things to come for the Tigers.
You believe in yourself now. You showed you can score against a great opponent like Mayville. You got to be happy but not satisfied.
Now it goes with the special teams first. Got to take care of business as the kickoff team. Lane responsibility. You can't have a wonderful drive not because you get lackadaisical on special teams. So here we go. Cardinals just got a wake-up call from the Tigers.
Andrew Tom will be back deep, number 36 for the Cardinals. As Schneider will get ready to kick. Boy, this crowd got really quiet, didn't it?
Yeah, I was just going to comment about that on the other side of the field.
Good kick.
Maybe his best of the season.
And it just goes into the end zone.
So I think that was his best kickoff in here week 3 of the truncated 7-game regular season.
Spring football
for
here.
The Tigers.
So Mayville will take over first and 10 at the 20 as they get their second possession here. Weiss comes up to the line and his fellow Cardinals.
This is where guys like Yeomans and Steffens can be a difference.
And a nice job of getting in back there.
Is Sam Yeomans, I believe.
That was Sam Yeomans. So only a 1-yard gain they're going to give him.
His teammates got to play off of what Yeomans brings to the table every play. His teammates got to play off of that. Remember, hit and get, it's about emotion, particularly on the defensive side of things. Passion.
Quick handoff, going around the side, and
look at that.
Talk about passion. They're all there. First one getting in there for the Tigers was Hernandez, number 60. So it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals.
Huge opportunity for this defensive unit to 3 and out against a quality caliber opponent would be big.
Nice job out there.
Wow, what fill. What pursuit. There's no black jerseys on our side of the field. I mean, that tells you right there.
They strung everything out very well. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, bring up 4th and 5.
Ripon defense, great job of getting off the block. Let's get off the block, then to the field.
5 minutes and 5 seconds to go.
Great 3 and out. I think Mayville is going like, what just happened?
What happened, yeah.
Hey, you know, we just won the game. Our defense stopped them, and then we scored a touchdown. What's going on here?
Stelmacher back deep for the Tigers. High snap.
Wow.
Gets rid of it quick, and a beautiful punt there.
Yeah, just get away.
Goes out of bounds. It's got to be somewhere around the 45.
Yeah, you got it.
They're even walking up farther.
Look at that. We're in Mayville territory now. We're on the
48,
47.
I think, is where they got it marked on the far side there.
Really good. So let's see what happens.
Stelmacher in motion, handoff up the middle. Still dragging the ball forward.
Oh, man, that is a collision.
That
is
first hit sent that white jersey back.
Yeah, that was Hummer hitting a Volkswagen right there.
5-yard pickup there for Cameron Hahn. As he gets the ball down to the 43-yard line of the Cardinals.
The Humvee is what they call that new one, electric one or something. Crazy.
Jennings under center.
Come on.
Gives the keeper. He's going around the right side. He's going to lose.
Good job by the opposition, not being fooled by that play. I'll tell you, I think it's a great call. It was just a better defensive job of slipping out of the play. Jennings hadn't run the ball yet, and you got success on the ground with your backfield. I think it was the right call. Just didn't work.
Loss of 3 for the Tigers on that one. So that'll be recorded as a sack.
Maybe it's not 2-0 for
a reason here. Yeah. Making adjustments. So 3rd and 7 coming up for the Tigers. 3:28 to go here.
Let's go, Ripon!
3rd and long. Ripon has to feel that Mayville's coming hard.
Olsen in motion, comes to the near side.
He's looking that way, the quarterback.
Went for Schneider and just a little high on that pass.
Both Stelmacher was deep down the middle, and then in that motion, man, Olsen was deep down on the fly, down the sideline.
This guy on the edge covered.
Punted. Yep, Olsen will go back to punt.
Roman, get down there now. Let's go. Come on now!
So he only goes about 10 yards, so he gets rid of it quick, you hope.
Yeah.
Nice
There you go, good play.
Great job.
Get it!
He got up and ran. How can he miss that?
Because
He must not have had possession.
Never had possession. I was thinking the same thing, Howard. In WIA football, once your knee or your body goes down with the ball, it's dead right there. So
The side judge must have ruled that he did not have possession of the ball then.
yeah.
But no,
Great job, though. Look where they got him back.
Next to my camera.
ball sitting on the 14-yard line. 3rd possession here for the Cardinals.
3 and out last time by the Tiger defense.
I was zooming in and it squirted out. I was
Great
like,
job of
gotta zoom
that.
out.
See if they can. Right now, it's turning into a game of field position. So let's see if they can hold them again.
Motion.
Quick pitch.
Oh. Good hitter on the outside. There was a hold not called.
You know, on that play, the right outside linebacker, Alex Button did his job. He took on the kick-out blocker, pushed him in, and then when the running back cut it up inside.
Well, I'm so glad it got nice.
So a really good.
It can
really
wait
good
till later to
seal
rain,
block.
right?
Braden Vogel was the ball carrier on that, picking up the first down with a 15-yard run.
Jeez, I hope you pay your tripods well.
Cardinals readjust here. There's the motion. There's the pitch out. Great pitch. Couldn't hang on to it. Still going.
Yeah, everybody else has to understand it's not over. It's not over until you hear a whistle. Keep coming. Great penetration by the defense. They had him.
Had him for about a 3-yard loss. And,
Yeah.
made it a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, legs will beat arms any day in football.
Clock running at 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Media gets pressure.
Come on, D! All right, man! Let's go, boys! Kick some down!
Straight up the middle.
Power football off the left tackle.
Hey! You gotta get low. You're not gonna bring him down.
Ball carrier was Rothenagel.
20, the ball carrier for the Cardinals.
So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Takes it
Ball is on the 38-yard line. Just under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7.
Game played earlier today.
Yeah, WLA Laconia neighbors just down the street.
Go defense!
Laconia victorious. There's the keeper again. And a pickup of about another 3 yards there for the first down.
You know, with the line of scrimmage getting closer to you and me, where we can look right down the line from our point of view, Ripon got to get a little lower. Low man wins in football. You got to get a little lower.
Dig out the legs of the offensive linemen. Let your linebackers do the work. So the first down.
Go, Ripon! Come on! Go defense, let's get in there!
You're Ripon, you got to be talking defensively right now.
Let's go,
The
boys!
leaders talking to their teammates, who's going to make the play. Responsibility for your position.
Let's go, Ripon!
So Luis hands it off around the backside. Still on his feet.
Let's go, Ripon!
Hits the ball carrier. They'll give him about 3 yards.
Pretty good defended by the Tigers. This team, according to Coach Bradley, does not pass the ball that often. They primarily are a running ball club. And it'll be interesting to see in a situation like this. If you're running effectively, as Ripon did on that long pass to Stellmacher, that's when you do the play action pass.
Go
And it'll be
defense, let's
interesting
get a
to see
stop
the
here!
Cardinals take a
Let's go, boys!
saying no throw.
Going back, just talking about passing right now. And that one is.
Yes, yes!
We're going to say he's
Great defensive play because he did have a chance to come down in. I don't know if that was Schneider that made the play or who I think it was. Grant Schneider made sure that he came down on the white painted turf.
Make sure you know.
Good heads up play by the defense.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Tigers have come to play tonight.
Do it again!
Both sides of the,
Go,
ball. We've seen that here in the first quarter.
I'll see if they can shut down the Cardinals here with another 3rd down situation. This one is 3rd and 8.
Yep. Once again, you look at this as opportunity. You're the underdog in here, so you look at it as like, hey, guys, let's hold on here. This is a big chance for us to get it back for our offense.
Here we come around.
Look at this.
And look at all the black jerseys there.
Wow.
And that's how you're supposed to tackle.
Well, they're firing off the. First of all, what is so impressive is the way they're firing off the ball. I mean, they're coming off the ball like they know what the snap count is. I mean, and it's not 1 or 2 guys. It's been Sam Yeomans up in the first 2 games of the season. Now I'm seeing 5 black jerseys coming off the ball, beating their opponents. You know what I mean? Shooting the gap.
Hey, anticipating
it's fun to
getting
watch.
in there.
Fun to watch.
And a great first quarter as that comes to an end. We're tied at 7, and we got a ball game here, Marty.
Yeah, we do.
Hillside Dental Associates Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventive hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with invasive and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental in Ripon.
Hey, spring is in the air, and the Ripon Area School District is looking forward to the historic alternate fall sports season. They want to thank all the students, staff, parents, and community members for making this a great school year. Together, Ripon rose to the challenges of COVID to have students in school all year while adding in sports, music, and theater events. Ripon continues to be a place where excellence meets innovation, and that is because of the ongoing community support.
So, getting ready to start the second quarter here. Mayville back in the punting formation as it is 4th and 10.
Yep, keep them honest. Someone's got to be.
High snap again.
Yeah. Now you know why they got such a tall punter.
Because of a high snapper. Just fall on it as he does at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and that you kind of take a peek, you look up, right? You look
and
up,
you hope.
You look up to see, yeah, I think that's what happened there.
That's why I never golf alone, because when I hit it, I want somebody else watching that ball also. So the Tigers come out. They'll take possession. They're going to move the ball up to the 20-yard line. I like that roundup formation by the officials. See what Coach Wickstrom calls here on first down.
You see the way the offense just came out of the huddle?
They
really
ran up to that line.
Real snappy.
Handoff up the middle. That's Hahn. He tried cutting back and slipped.
Yeah, still, that's the recipe here for the offense on 1st and 10. No mystery. This is, it kind of reminds me of Berlin football. Too tight, we're running it. The count is on 2, stop us if you can attitude. And they're getting 4 to 6 yards on 1st and 10 with the junior Hahn.
Now we'll look to see, are they going to go outside or pound it back inside again?
I'd bring it right back to them, but they're going to go outside.
That short side, nice little cut there by Stellmacher. He's got the edge and goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
That water bug is very shifty, Stellmacher, the junior.
Well, the difference we're seeing tonight with him versus the first game against North Fond du Lac is he's picking and cutting. He's not trying to push everything to the outside. That's really helping his game.
I agree. He looks like a different runner than what we saw on the North Fond du Lac game.
Yeah.
He's much more definitive about his decision making out there.
On the 40, Olsen in motion, handoff to Hahn, and he's going to get no gain.
Yeah.
Mayville did a nice job of cutting his feet out from underneath that.
What you want to get here, ideally, up to 6 yards. Make it a workable 3 and short yard. I don't know. Whatever I say, Wickstrom will do the opposite. I'm thinking keep it on the ground. He got 10 guys in the box.
There's the pass. Caught.
Can't get up. Yeah, that is 80. That's Caleb Hoff for the Tigers.
Nice job there. He went and sat down in the zone.
Yeah, he did.
And just waited.
That's a junior. And it was just like a little, what in the old phrase was button hook, but it was just a quick little curl. Good strike, by the way, I might want to add, by Jennings. The quarterback, a senior, but hasn't played tackle football since junior high or middle school, I guess.
Hand off to Hahn. And he'll gain about nothing, they're going to say.
Cardinals are saying, we've had enough of Mr. Hahn here up in the A gap. At least that's the last 2 runs where that's.
Well, they'll give him 1 yard on that. I kind of was met by 3 big white jerseys, and that was the difference on that run. So it brings up 2nd and 9. Now you got room to that far side. Do they go with Olsen? Olsen is in motion. There's the pass out to Olsen. Makes the first guy miss. Nice cut back inside. And he'll pick up about 4 yards there. Take the ball up to the 44.
I'll tell you, if you're Olsen, that ball can't get to you
quick enough.
And Jennings did a good job for Olsen because he threw a rising fastball so that he had time to make that first guy miss that you mentioned. Well, up inside.
Here's what you asked for, was that opportunity with 3rd down.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Olsen's in motion. They give it to him on that short side. Does a cutback, but maybe back to the line of scrimmage, not much more.
Right. That play was made possible by 84 for Mayville. He blew it up by that penetration, made Olsen cut up sooner than he wanted to Marcus Volkert. And give him credit, he didn't make the tackle. He just allowed his teammates to make the tackle when he blew the play up.
And sometimes that's just as important as making the tackle.
Without question. Nice.
Olsen with a nice kick. That's gonna go.
Oh.
And it's going to be down right at the 1.
And you know, the Mayville kid did nothing wrong. You gotta
let it go.
You gotta believe that, you know, 9 out of 10 times that is gonna go momentum of the ball into that end zone. Great hustle by the Tigers to get down there. Great job. I didn't get the number of that Tiger, but great job.
So it'll be 1st and 10 ball on the 1 for Mayville, as we're at the 8:20 mark here in the first half.
Still tied. Ripon very much alive in this game. And a team that has not given up a score in their first 2 contests of the season, outscoring their opponents 75-0. Ripon's hanging right with them, and then some.
Fumble!
Mayville falls on it, and it will be.
They fall on it. It's going to be a safety then.
Yeah, it will be. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Holy.
Tackled by the Tigers on that.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're fumbling that ball, there's a reason for it.
You got black jerseys in the backfield.
Yep. Someone's taking their eye off the ball and looking to see where the next Tiger's coming from.
So with that safety, it makes it Ripon 9, Mayville 7 at the 8:12 mark here, and the Tigers will get the ball.
Wow. Yeah, it'll be a free kick here. Normally, most teams will they punt it.
Yep.
That's what they tend to do.
Marty, I think the Ripon Tiger down on the sideline there's got shoes.
You look at those gold ones?
No, the ones that are glowing blue and red.
Oh. Well, at least I could find them at home in the closet then.
That's so the wife can see you at night.
Yeah.
Get away from that refrigerator.
Hey. I make the jokes in this
Oh,
broadcast.
I'm sorry. Seniority there. There you go. I have to respect my elders.
Oh, aren't you? Oh, you're on the roll, Howard.
I like those shoes on that Tiger, I tell you.
Hey, at Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full-service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile. That's Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics right here in Ripon.
So, okay, the Mayville chooses to kick off a tee instead of punt. Egamite and Stelmacher back for the Tigers. They're back at about the 33, 34-yard line.
Yeah, kid's got a strong leg. Right now, there's not much of a breeze. Knuckleball, spiral.
Somebody's got to come up with it. Stelmacher does, picks his way, gets up to the 35, cuts back down again, crosses the 35 again, gets over the 40, comes out just short of the 45.
He gave ground to get ground, and it worked out. Boy, this Stelmacher is running a lot different than the first games of the season.
It's like he's got a little more confidence in himself.
It's like he's figuring it out. The other thing, too, when's the last time you come this deep into a game with no yellow laundry on the field?
Oh, there's the curse.
Why did I say that?
Yeah. Because it's a fact.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff to Olsen, and he's met right away at the 40.
Yep. And that looks like that big linebacker. Is that
52? Yes, it was.
The big guy we're talking about. If you're that, you're playing inside really Mike linebacker, that means you're athletic too, and we just saw that. Now, that was a pre-designated stunt. I'd like to see that play over again, because the way he knifed through there, I think that was a stunt, predetermined, coming out of the defensive huddle.
That's Ty Hawkers in on that tackle for Mayville. Here's the counter. Nothing's going there. Be a loss. So Jennings comes over by Coach Wickstrom.
So we've seen defensive penetration on first and second down has resulted in back-to-back negative offensive plays for the Tigers. Now the task is this. You're looking at third and long, double
3rd and 16.
digits. So, and your ball is spotted on your own about 37-yard line. You don't want to do anything in a tied ball game here in the first half to jeopardize that scoreboard here on this play.
But you like to get at least 8 yards maybe. And
Cameron.
still going. He'll get up to 40.
I got no problem with the call.
Nope. Get your punter a little bit extra room there.
Just your defense is playing really good right now. You're in a tie ball game against a
No,
very
we're actually up
solid
by 2.
opponent. Oops, I forgot about
that safety.
Well, I can't see the scoreboard. Yeah, look at that. 9-7 in the 8th inning. Line drive.
Taken down at the 26-yard line, moving it outside. And a nice pop out there by Yeomans.
Yeah.
Just to remind him that he's still here.
It was borderline and inbounds, out of bounds. I'm glad the official didn't
Call
throw the
anything.
flag because, he committed himself to the tackle, to the stick. Nice job.
Drive with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon. So the Tiger defense comes back out on the field as Mayville will take over 1st and 10 ball on the 39-yard line.
See if Ripon stunts. They like to do that a lot. And they're coming.
Oh,
they're
little
coming
too soon.
way too. I mean, you had 3 of them break the line of scrimmage. Smart job and good discipline by the offensive unit of Mayville to not flinch when you got guys doing what they're doing across from you.
They were going with a long count, so that helped draw the Tigers. So it'll be 1st and 5. Ball's moved up to the 45-yard line.
Get it back. You get it back if you're Ripon. You can make amends by making a big defensive play yourself now.
There's the motion going.
And they're showing all-out blitz again.
Come back and reset. And so is the Tigers on that one, catching them in the backfield.
Job by number 60, I believe.
Yep, number 60 it was. And that is Hernandez.
Yeltsin Hernandez, quick.
So he turned around and got 2 of those 5 back.
2nd and long.
So it'll be 2nd and 7.
See if Mayville tries to go wide. Will they actually pass? I don't think so. They go wide. Quick pitch.
There's the pitch. Stringing it out. Got the corner turn. Got the first down and a little bit more.
That outside contain.
And I think we got a flag out there, Marty.
Yeah, we do. They're going to call
That's
holding.
an area of holding, yep. Flag is at the 46-yard line.
Well, we got 2 penalties after I opened my trap. But on this one,
this is a big penalty.
Yeah, it is, because you go from 2nd and what was it, 2nd and long,
2nd and 6
to a first down, and now you're going just the opposite way.
It'll be 2nd and about 13.
I wasn't going to be doing that game tonight here with you. I was.
You're going to kick back in the lounger and watch, huh?
Something, yeah. And Riley contacted me, so yeah.
I'm glad to be doing the game with you.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Ditto.
Here they come, near side,
Ho-ho!
hanging on.
Sam Yeomans.
He slowed him down enough for fellow Tigers to get there and help out.
I'll tell you, Sam's got a grip like his dad, the old retired chiropractor, strong hands. You know, his dad could do an iron cross, for anybody that knows anything about gymnastics, and that's just unheard of.
Toughest feat in gymnastics.
Yeah. And
so you're going to say.
So he's got strong hands.
Yeah, no gain on that one. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 13. We're at 4.5 to go here in the first half. Tigers leading the Cardinals 9-7.
Ripon has to look at this saying, guys, right here, we hold them, we make them bring out their punt team for our offense. You don't give up the big play here on 3rd and long.
Looking back to pass, going deep over the middle. Open receiver, and he just overthrew him.
And it was wobbly, too. It came out of his hand weird. And what's weird about it, normally when that ball comes out of your hand awkward, it just tends to be short, not long. So that says more about the strength of the quarterback. Mission accomplished by the Ripon Tigers, bringing up 4th and long on their own 36-yard line. Ripon's going to get the ball back here with 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
No, they have not. Oh, you got to make him honest and make him kick the ball here.
Tigers with a really good effort in this first half.
Another high snap once again, a quick kick. Stellmacher will call the fair catch at the 30-yard line.
Actually, Howard, I look back at that snap. I don't think it was really that high. I think
he's just off.
I think the punter is so whipped. You know.
Yep.
He's so like, oh wow. He's so he jumped and he says, well, I got to get ready to jump. The ball's coming. Oh man.
So
yeah, he jumped up and hit him in his face mask.
So they're going to mark the Tigers down at the 31-yard line, so they'll gain a yard on that
69 yards to add to their 2-point lead with about 4:02 exactly left in the first half. Coach Wickston is really done a good job of writing this first series of the first half of football here.
They get the counter here. Here comes Stellmacher on the cutback. Catches that corner up the sideline. He's knocked out of bounds right around the 45-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out at the 43.
Well, let me tell you
It's a first down.
Let me tell you about Caleb Hopp on his kick-out block. He created that lane for Stellmacher, a fellow junior on that Hopp. He is also a junior. What a nice kick-out by Hopp, one of many that had a good execution. So it's not just about the runner, it's about everybody else doing their job.
So 1st and 10. Little mix-up as
yeah,
they run into each other, Jennings and Hahn there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a loss of 2 yards.
So in a defensive, really controlled ball game by both ball clubs here, I'll guarantee you Mayville's not used to playing in a game where they're not only scoring 1 touchdown in the first half, but they are trailing, at least up to this point in the first half.
Well, I'm sure their defense is wondering, why are we on the field so much?
2nd and long here for the Tigers.
Jennings back to pass, looking over the middle. In and out of the hands of Olsen.
That was not an easy pass. He threw that in front, over the head of number 20 and in front of number 13, the safety. And standing pitch and catch.
Well, Olsen had to spin the opposite way around to go up for that too.
The other thing on this, when they're watching game film, is an outstanding job by the offensive line. Jennings was able to calmly go back and with no pressure, plant, and then execute the pass. Good job by the line up front.
So brings up 3rd and 12 for the Tigers here. Clock stops with that incompletion. There's Olsen in motion.
Looks like blitz. Let's see if they're yep.
Out to Olsen. That's an incomplete pass.
Yep. Same play, they ran that before, very effective.
Well, the pass was low.
Yeah, but he heard footsteps. It was down by his knees, and you're very anxious when you're by yourself on a little
out pattern.
Out pattern. Yeah, it's not a bubble screen because he's got no blockers, but it's yeah.
He's on an island out there.
I'm sure you're the pitter patter of your heart
as you hear that thump, thump, thump. Olsen gets that end over end, and Mayville will clear out of that one as it continues to roll down inside the 30, down to about the 23-yard line is where Mayville will start with 2:57 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, outstanding. Hey, Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental in Ripon.
So Zach Weiss, quarterback for Mayville, gets the play from the sideline. Oh, do the Tigers have another stands in them defensively here?
Yeah, I think so. There's no reason not to think so. I mean, they're playing with a boatload of confidence right now, and that's the biggest thing you can have.
Quick handoff.
Oh my!
Quick hit in the backfield.
Jeez, Louise, that was a kiss. Oh my! 52 said hello.
Yeah, I mean you could hear that all the way up here.
Yeah, and I'm hard of hearing according to my spouse. So
Alex Button with the big hit.
Yeah.
3-yard loss makes it 2nd and 13.
30 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you just got your answer to your question, Howard.
It's always good to have someone besides Mr. Yeomans do that right away.
Yeah, I think the others are saying, you know what, why should he be the one having all the fun?
Yep. Back to pass. Got pressure. Throw out. And there. Hello.
Grant Schneider.
Schneider out there with a kiss in the face. And
yeah. 26, I think he just motioned to the official asking if he was still in Ripon.
That'll be a 4-yard pickup.
No, is that a fun play for a defender, not to mention a linebacker.
And the Tigers are going to use their first timeout here with 2:06 to go in the first half. They're leading 9-7 over the Cardinals.
In this defensive battle, Howard, it has been, a lot of it has been field position back and forth.
Yep.
And, you know, Mayville only got their only score, Howard, simply because Ripon
Short field.
Very short field.
15-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, their punt was fielded around the 30-some yard line by Mayville. And like you said, he got it down to the 15, and then one play off left tackle. That was it. And I think Mayville thought, well, maybe that's it now for us.
The game's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and Ripon's credit, I mean, my goodness. I would love to have been in the huddle after that, and it was 7-0. I would like to have heard what the players and what the coaches were saying to one another.
Well, as Coach Bradley said during our interview, had a very good practice this week. The guys were feeling good and ready to play, so they've been showing that so far here in the first half as we're at the 2:06 mark. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals.
You know, he said in the paper 3 different times in the article, Coach Bradley, about matching the physicality and aggressiveness of the Cardinals. So far, they've done that and more.
Weiss rolling out. There's the little pass and through the hands of the intended receiver.
Isn't this interesting? A team that does not put the ball up very often, and they've already done it 3 times. That tells you just what effect the defense for the Tigers has had
on
in
that
this
line.
Game. Yeah.
Blake Schraffenegel, the intended receiver there, so it'll bring up 4th and 8. And we are at 2 minutes exactly, so the Tigers will have time on the clock to do something when they get the ball.
2 timeouts, and anybody that follows high school football knows that the clock stops temporarily to move the chains on a first down. Pressure.
And a very low kick.
Getting positive yards, though.
Get all that bounce.
Look at that.
And Stelmacher picks it up, and nowhere to go.
All he was able to do was stop the ball from going further into Ripon territory, being drugged down on the 27.
Yeah, they're going to mark it down at the 27 there. Yeah. So with 1:49 to go, we'll see what Coach Wickstrom has planned, as Garrett Jennings will have the play.
Yeah, and you don't have to, I mean, like you said, plenty of time. So with 1:49 and a couple timeouts, you don't have to feel compelled that you have to go to the air on every play. Played it straight up.
Yeah.
Delayed blitz.
Somebody let Mayville know what that was going to be.
Yeah, we know that was a big guy. That was their best defensive player. That was 52 again for Mayville.
He shot that one in right away for a 4-yard loss.
Ty Hawkers, he's a 230-pound, 6'2" junior. Hawkers, 52. Who else wore 52? Mike Singletary, was he 52? I think he was. 51? No.
Butkus is 51.
Yeah. 52.
52 was wasn't it A.J. Hawk for the Packers?
Yep.
So here we go, 2nd and 14. That's Tahan coming outside a little bit, changes hands with the ball. He hesitated, and I think that's hurt him instead of lowering his shoulder and keep going.
He's trying to put the brakes on and head north-south, which is what you want to do. It's just that he's not as quick. I think he's put a lot of weight on between his sophomore and junior year.
Yeah, and it's all in the legs. Talking with his mother the other day, and she goes, he's got tree trunks for legs now, Howard. And I went, yeah, I know, I saw him. So the clock.
Wonder what kind of tree, Howard. What do you?
I would say probably a hardwood.
Definitely a hardwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. 20 seconds. Probably be the last play of the game.
Boy, they're all bunched up too.
And nothing for Stellmacher.
No, they were all crowding the box, figuring on third and long, Ripon would probably keep it on the ground, not wanting to take a chance of going into the locker room.
Mayville will take a timeout here with 11 seconds on the board. That's smart coaching there.
Yep.
Because it'll bring up fourth down, so they'll at least get an opportunity to receive the punt if Ripon so chooses to do that.
Yeah. So do you take the fair catch and not let the clock go any further and then run an offensive play? So we'll have to see. Apparently there's somebody that's down by the Ripon sideline. It's shook up.
Yeah, we're looking down. They were kind of blocked by the Tigers there.
Official timeout, injured player on the 30-yard line.
So we have 11 seconds to go here in the half.
He's got a bad left wheel. That's 52 for the Tigers. That's played a good first half.
That is Alex Button.
Yep.
Coming off with some help.
Oh, that's too bad. He
had that big hit
will be a big loss
earlier.
Yeah, and he had the big kick out block for his fellow junior Stellmacher on the left sideline as well. So that's tough when you got a bad wheel.
Hopefully it's something you can walk off and come back in, but
yeah.
Back to punt for the Tigers is number 11. That's Jennings. Gets a nice little kick off there, and it'll bounce around. And he grabbed it, and he should have let it go because the clock would have run out.
Yeah, but he was thinking, Yeomans is thinking in terms of, hey, I don't want that ball bouncing backwards. which is what it was doing. But once again, that's got to be communicated. Everybody has to understand what exactly we want to accomplish here.
The sideline was yelling, leave it alone. But so Mayville will get one play here. Ball on the 45 of the Tigers with 3 seconds to go here in the first half.
So your safety and your two corners will play extra deep here, realizing that there's only time for one play, 3 seconds. Keep the ball in front of you. You're as deep as their deepest man, is the old defensive back coaching.
And you need the defensive line here to put some pressure.
Now we got the official
Tigers taking the timeout here.
Timeout to the Tigers.
Ripon wanted to see what Mayville was going to do, and it's just another way to string things out a little longer.
Yeah. Hey, Webster's Express is a convenient way to get the grocery items you need without leaving your home, your car, or even your house. Order online at webstersmarketplace.com for contactless pickup or full-service delivery. That's webstersmarketplace.com. They've been around since 1987.
Yep, I remember when they used to be down where the Family Video was, when it was the old Super Value.
Yeah.
Dating myself there, but
the old Super Value.
Family owned. Robbie and Candy now taking over for Dad, and it's good to see family businesses grow and last. So here we go. 3 seconds left. Now we got 4 defenders deep for the Tigers.
Here we go. Barring another timeout.
Got to get some pressure on him here.
Yeah, exactly right.
Handoff up the middle, and that goes nowhere.
Well, that was pretty uneventful.
After all those timeouts and that.
Well, what a whale of a first half the Tigers have played here after being punched in the mouth to start, going down 7-0 immediately. It's been pretty much Ripon ever since.
It has been, and like you said, a great first half. And the Tigers will go into halftime leading the Cardinals from Mayville 9-7. We'll be back on Ripon Tiger Sports Network in 10 minutes.
wait till it hits 0 because we're going to put another 3 minutes on the board. Let's rip and get out there and warms up quick.
Welcome back to Ingalls Field on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network on AM 1600 and 93.1 FM. Tigers leading the Cardinals 9-7 at the half. And Marty, quite a ball game we're seeing. Not really kind of what we expected coming in here. Not really knowing after watching Mayville last week with their performance against North Fond du Lac and then the Tigers' performance against Lamira.
Yeah, you know, what can you say? Friday night under the lights, high school kids. It's all about confidence, sports, team sports, none more than football. And after last week and the disappointment, if you're a Tiger fan up at Lamira, and then the very beginning of this game where Ripon received, went backwards after the first play of the game where they had positive yards, punted, and on the first offensive play, Mayville takes it in, goes 7-up. And I think a lot of people were thinking, here we go again. And so, obviously, the team got together over on the Ripon sideline, and they opened up their can of spinach, or somebody said something to somebody, and somebody agreed with it. And I bet you there was some upperclassmen that had something to say to their fellow teammates. And then we then saw a total different team go out onto that field offensively, and then defense picked up after that. And then we saw a contest that was very evenly matched between two teams. Yep. And so a nice drive, a nice long pass to Stillmacher to set up the go-ahead touchdown run. I think that was by the sophomore, if I recall, for the Tigers. That would have been Olson, I think. And then the safety by the defense. They're not, they're also the stars of the show. They've had multiple attacking. They're hit and get. They're not sitting, taking blocks into their midsection, and then being driven off the line of scrimmage and can't get a play to the ball. They're playing football. They're flying around on defense, and they're executing and sustaining blocks on offense. And blocking and tackling is the essence of this game. And the Tigers played with a lot of passion and emotion. Now, so the question we have with a very tenuous lead, 9-7 by the host Tigers, is here's a team that comes in here, hadn't given up a point in 2 games. They've scored 75 with their offense. They're looking at the scoreboard right now, and they're thinking, hey, wait a minute. This isn't the script for the way the story's supposed to go for Mayville. So the point I'm making is this. How much discussion, how much emotion was in that Mayville end zone as they talked things over? So it starts with special teams. They're going to come out really ticked off, Mayville.
Oh, definitely.
Don't you think, Howard?
I would.
Yeah,
because somebody just kicked me in the teeth.
Yeah, and Ripon's got to be thinking, okay, guys, here we go. Let's tighten our belts. There's no reason we can't continue to do what we did to get to where we are right now. One half is history. It's behind us. We have more fun ahead of us. A lot of enthusiasm, and it starts with a kickoff team.
And Schneider does that kickoff, and somebody's offside.
Well, you know what? I won't hold that against them.
That's aggression.
Tell me somebody wants to get down here and make a tackle before their teammate does. that's my description of that.
So they'll back them up 5 yards. With Schrader's leg, that 5 yards really.
Can you imagine?
Can't be that much of a difference.
Can you imagine if they don't, because that'd have to be called? Can you imagine if they actually had an onside kick on right now?
Oh, wouldn't it? Yep.
I wouldn't
necessarily
be against a pooch kick here, but he'll kick away, I'm sure.
Well, Mayville's spaced out pretty good. They've got the whole field covered, basically, and here goes Schneider. And look at that kick.
Stay in bounds. There you go.
And it just went out of bounds at the 4.
And his kick has a penchant to do that. In the 3 games that we covered, he pulls it right to left. And I think what he needs to do when he works on that in practice is compensate for that. Aim a little right center, if you will. Easier said than done. But brings it way out to the 35 versus
big difference
20,
there.
15 yards.
So we'll see what quarterback Zach Weiss will bring out here with his Cardinals.
The 40, that's right. It's the 40. Yeah. Yep. So that's huge. That's a 20-yard difference if that ball would have, what?
Well, it went out at the 4.
Yeah, goes into the end zone. That's a 20-yard difference.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, let's see what the defense can do after that little mistake by the Tigers.
Motion back. Hand off the left side. Big hole there. That's number 26. And great open field tackle out there by Stellmacher. He saved a touchdown on that play.
That was a trap play where the left guard, I think, kicked out. The right tackle came down and sealed in, and that was wide open.
Vollmer, the running back there, had daylight in front of him. I think he was surprised.
He was never touched from that 40-yard line.
So a 25-yard pickup,
run. Yeah, until he got tackled. He went about 23 yards untouched.
Well, Mayville kind of answered our question of what was going on in that huddle during the halftime there.
Yeah.
Coming out to the right side. Did a nice job of pulling those outside ends in and allowing the back to kick out around. 2 big plays in a row for the Cardinals.
That outside linebacker has outside contain, and you got to keep your outside foot, leg, and your outside shoulder free. So you got to string that out, let your reinforcements come,
and fill that gap.
You can't allow yourself to be sealed in on the block.
And that's what happened. So it'll bring up 2nd and 2, 8-yard gain. Cardinals marching here. There's the motion. There's that counter again, and it's same big hole. We're going to get a flag on the other side,
So there's 6 by Mayville in a very impressive opening drive.
Yeah, but let's see what that flag is. I think it's coming back.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just saying. For now, it's very impressive drive.
3 big plays right away.
Yeah.
False start is the call.
And you knew that Mayville, you got to be talking to your guys at halftime if you're Ripon, saying, hey guys, these guys are going to be ticked. So be ready. Be ready.
Yep.
You got to match that. What you did in the first half, you got to do it again.
That and a little bit extra, because you know they're going to be coming out full bore.
Yep.
It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tigers catch a break there as it was a touchdown run, nullified by that penalty.
Now what they need now, a big hit by offense, get it going again in the right direction. That's power football formation.
There's that handoff right off that left tackle again, and big run again. Little extracurricular activity going down the field.
Yeah, they're running. This looks like the old stuff I used to see Mayville run.
Yep.
A lot of their misdirection, cross-buck action. And the problem that Ripon's having right now is determining who's got the ball.
Well, they're just doing that straight dive, and away it goes.
Starts up front. Here you go.
There's that motion. Here it comes
Going
to this
the other
side
way.
now. Yeomans with the tackle. Pickup of about 4.
Very angry ball club, and they're taking it out on the Ripon defense right now here in the first drive to start the second half.
So here we go, 2nd and 7. Mayville in that red zone. There's that handoff.
Oh my, that was a great point on the initial hit.
And no follow-up.
And there wasn't follow-up because the blocking by Mayville was so good. There was an opportunity there to minimize that play big time. In fact, it might have been for no gain.
But instead it turns into first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Ball on the 6 for the Cardinals as they're threatening on their opening possession drive here. Quarterback keeper going around the left side and brought down out there. Nice tackle.
Weiss, the ball carrier.
Great job out there in the open field by the Tigers. Weiss will actually lose the yard. Bring up 2nd and goal. See what the Tiger defense is made of here.
Yep.
There's that hand off that counter and shooting in there for a nice tackle.
Boy, they stiffened up.
Number 74 there, yep, for the Tigers.
That's Quentin Steffens, and he had the big defensive effort in that losing game at Lemira last week. He was right behind, statistically, on tackles, right behind Yeomans with 8 himself, and in fact, including that also came with a sack. We haven't called his name out until now, so that's big.
So, 3rd and goal. Ball on the 8 as a loss of 1 yard. There's the motion. Handoff.
There you go. Look
And
at that.
Tigers swarming once again. Number 74 there, along with Yeomans, number 72.
Those are the two guys I think that really bring the passion, and you know they're so animated on defense.
And with Alex Button out of there now,
Yeah.
somebody's got to step up. So Mayville coming on for the field goal.
Interesting.
So it'll be a 26-yard attempt here.
Just got to keep them honest. Make sure it's a kick and not a fake. Ripon defense, great job of stiffening up and forcing them to settle for a 3 versus
high
a
snap.
6.
And that's no good because of that high snap. And Anderson just couldn't get it elevated. So the Tiger defense holds. And
Boy,
will
a
take
bunch
over.
of guys came through. Grayson Thacker, the big junior, also made his presence known up the middle on that. Nice. What a defensive stand by the Tigers when things were not looking good. They got a little help on an offensive penalty, bringing back would have been a touchdown. And then after even more effective running by Mayville, finally when it really mattered the most, down at really, what were they, in the 6-yard line?
They were on the 6-yard line. They had the goal line to their back, and the Tigers toughened up.
Boy, that's, how's that for a stiff chin right there? Look at this.
Quick hitter to Hahn up the middle there.
Less deception. What we're seeing is deception, misdirection by Mayville, and that there's no deception there. When Cameron Hahn gets the ball, I think everybody knows who has the ball.
Yep. So Hahn will pick up 5 yards.
Ripon came to play. I can't impress upon you that this is the same team of a week of 10 days ago.
Big mental difference, that is for sure.
Exactly.
Quick snap again. Handoff to Hahn. They were going to get a hold.
That'll be the first offensive penalty against Ripon in terms of holding, I think. That's
holding
too bad,
it is, yes.
Because that would have been 3rd and 1 probably.
Where they had it marked, yeah.
Holding being called against the Tigers.
So it'll bring up 15.
That's part of the game, penalties. It comes with the territory when you play this sport. So you got a little adversity you got to face now. You're inside your own red zone around the 15-yard line. And you got 2 chances to get about, how many yards? 15.
They need 15 here. A little longer count here. Jennings back to pass.
He's got him.
Wide open. And a catch out there. And that's Angamite out there on the catch.
Boy, did he get behind the defense.
And nice job by Garrett Jennings laying it out there for him to go up and get.
That's about the best way I think you can handle facing adversity. Oh my goodness. On their own 15, the defense comes up when it really mattered on that very nice opening drive by Mayville to start the second half. Held them, put pressure on, didn't even give them, said, you know what, we're not going to let you get a field goal either. Now the offense is doing
There's
their
the
magic.
motion. Hand up, going around the right side, got the corner, cut it up to midfield, and down.
Wow, I think that's our butt. Is that Cameron? I said Carter, Hahn, didn't I? Yeah.
That's his older brother.
That's Cameron, I think. So they're going to spot that for about a 6-yard gain.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. Ball will be marked at midfield.
Yeah, Kai Agamite, nice to see that reception on a great throw by his partner Jennings, the QB.
Quick handoff up the middle, and Cam will be about a yard short on that one.
I really like just simple smash mouth north running like that. There's nothing more deflating to a defense when you run straight at them and get decent positive yardage. That can take its toll. And you keep pounding them like that, and then you sprinkle in some speed to the edge and then some play action with Jennings. And then Coach Wickstrom seems to have a nice winning formula here going for him.
That's handed up the middle. And
should be first.
It's going to be awfully close.
Yeah.
We're going to get the right foot mark here that should be on the 45.
No.
Now a flag.
Oh boy, let's hope it's not against Ripon.
It might be against Cam.
Yeah, he looks.
It is.
He's upset.
He's heated. I think he was grabbed and
he's upset.
He didn't like it.
He's upset. Something happened on that tackle. You got to
still got to keep your cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were talking this over. Mayville was pointing against Ripon.
Well, we have no idea what happened, but it's a dead ball penalty. I mean, it usually tends to be unsportsmanlike. What you can do, because of this long discussion, I can only assume maybe it's going to be offsetting. Let's see.
Well, we'll see what they're going to call here.
But it was thrown after the play.
Right.
And we know that Ripon running back was upset. You're going against Ripon here.
Should be a first down, though. Moving it back 15 yards, and it should be because he did get the first down. And that's what it will be. Ball will be on the 40 and a first down for the Tigers.
Because it was a dead ball penalty.
Yes.
So that's what's happening to you, listeners and viewers. Ripon got things going here. Lost a little bit of their cool. Now they got to
make up for it here.
Yep.
There's that quick hitter, and boy, they're all over Hahn on that. He didn't have a chance.
Right. Went to the well a little too much there.
Yep. So it'll be a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11. Ball sitting on the Tiger 39-yard line.
Good job by Hahn just to keep that a loss of 1.
Oh, there was a big stack of white jerseys over there.
Yeah, to hold your ground momentum, as it would have been real easy to be tempted to give a little ground to try to make something out of it.
So the Tigers come up to the line here. Jennings under center. There's the motion. Coming around the corner.
No kick out. Outside linebacker, the right linebacker came across the line of scrimmage 3 yards, and he was waiting for some out on that outside contain guy.
So a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Tigers.
Calls for a passing situation. Mayville's not, they're not dumb. They know 3rd and long. And with the success that Ripon's has had tonight in the air, they got to be thinking. I wouldn't bother with play action. I don't think they would buy it. If they do pass, I would just go straight back.
Here comes the blitz. And Stelmacher getting around the corner,
Another
tries
flag.
to cut back, and we get a flag in there.
Huh.
So we'll see what the call is going to be here in the area of holding.
Wow. Ripon
That flag came in really quick.
Ripon, yeah, it did. If it's a holding, it's really came in quick.
Yeah, before anything had developed. And that's what they're going to call, and they're going to decline it.
Yeah, I would too. Bring up 4th down. You already got them 3rd and long. So make it 4th and long. They want to get the ball back.
Right. So it'll bring up a punting situation. Jennings will go back to punt.
So back and forth. This is kind of how the second quarter went. You know, the last 5-6 minutes of the second quarter. Both teams back and forth.
Good kick by Jennings, taken on the fly at the 28. Gets outside and knocked out of bounds. Right around the 36-yard line is Volmer. And that's where the Cardinals will take over.
Yeah. 33, Roman Mueller, the sophomore, did a nice job of being patient, using the sideline to his advantage, and then making the tackle.
So see if the Tiger defense has made any adjustments after Mayville just ran down the field.
Yeah,
3 big plays.
It's simple misdirection up inside the tackles that's getting them right now. And we're going to get a timeout by Ripon, it would appear.
Yes, it will be. So the Tigers will take that timeout at the 2:23 mark here in the 3rd quarter. They lead the Cardinals 9-7.
They might have only had 10 guys out there. I think they only had 10 guys. Yeah. Yeah. They had to take the timeout.
There's Yeomans coming out, so he must have been the 11th guy.
I don't know. So while they're doing that, what are you going to say, Howard?
Drive with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Uh-huh. Well. I'll tell you what. How about at Silver Creek Dentistry in Orthodontics? You can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full-service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile. That's Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics. That's out there on Highway 23 West in Ripon.
So turn around and bring up 1st down. Ball sitting on the 36-yard line. Here they go. Looking to pass. Wide open. Nobody out there for the Tigers defensively. And a great cutback.
Yeah, great job execution by Mayville. First of all, they haven't play action passed on 1st and 10 in the game.
Right.
So they caught the defense asleep there. Secondly, they flooded that left side with 4 receivers. Everybody ran the clear out, and then they ran the guy underneath very effectively for a high percentage reception, and then let his feet do the rest of the damage to the defense of the Tigers.
And he picked up just about 20 yards on that. As they get into the Tiger territory, ball's on the 40-yard line. Here's that quick hitter off the left tackle and a big hole again. Still going. Brought down inside the 15. No, they're going to say knee down at the 16. And that's just heavy, hard running by the Cardinals.
Yeah. I think there's a team there with a lot of confidence coming into this game tonight. And Ripon knocked them back on their heels significantly in the first half of this game.
Shocked them.
And now they're trying to, they've gathered themselves. What looked like an apparent initial offensive drive to start the second half, the defense for Ripon did a great job and held them. And it looks like they're trying to get back at that.
There it is, off that left tackle again and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah,
21 or 16-yard touchdown run.
They see something they like because what they're doing, pretty much everything is coming off that left side.
Yep. They found a matchup that they like to work against, and it.
Or they like who they're blocking, who they're running behind as well. That might be the better side of their offensive line too. We don't know sitting up here, but either way, whatever is responsible for it,
they're taking advantage of it.
They're playing very, very, very aggressive, very confident football right now.
So they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Here's the motion. Going to the outside and into the end zone for the 2-point is number 26. That's Volmer. And it makes it 15-9. Cardinals take the lead at the 1:06 mark in the third. Now, hey, we got to see it. Tigers, you can either roll over and cry about it, or you can do something about it yourself here. A lot of game to go as we are just towards the end of the third quarter here.
That looks like, I think I see Alex Button out there. I don't think there's a second 52. So that kid was able to get that bad wheel
Iced it down,
in a good enough situation that he's playing. I'll tip my hat to that kid. I mean, it's nothing worse in sports than trying to be effective, play to your level, your ability, and then be hampered with something like that.
Yeah, having a bad wheel, that's for sure.
So, now that Mayville has scored their first touchdown since their first offensive play of the game for them, what does Ripon have right now?
How do they answer?
Yeah, and it starts once again right here.
So we have Agamite and Stelmacher back deep for the Tigers. Anderson kicking.
Good
nice kick, yeah. Agamite will take it at the 15, work his way over, gets to the 20, and he'll fall at about the 25. So that's where the Tigers will start. So looking to see who's all going out here offensive line-wise. And Button is going back out there, Marty.
Yep.
So just under a minute to go here in the third. The Tigers will take possession at the 25-yard line.
All about first down. You want to get a minimum of 4 yards.
Look at that defensive box just packed with whites.
Yeah.
They were looking for Hahn.
Boy, looked like it was going to go, and then boom, he ran into a wall.
I just kind of froze up there as they hit him.
2-yard gain on the play brings up second down and 8.
So it'll be 2nd and 8.
Clock running with 30 seconds to go.
And they'll get one more play off here in the third quarter. This one's Hahn going off the right side. He'll get up to about the 30.
He's fighting, boy. He's fighting with every muscle to get another 2 yards out of the play. Maybe even 3 out of that. 3rd and about 5 would
6,
appear.
I think they're going to call it. And that is the end of the third quarter, with the Cardinals leading the Tigers 15-9. And what a game we're seeing here.
Yeah. So with 3rd and 5, I think really, you don't want to go 3 and out here. So I think it's really important that Ripon continue to move the chains here. So it's going to be this will be a big play in this game in terms of momentum. And, are you going to let the Cardinals, who have reclaimed it now with that touchdown drive, you going to let them keep it? Or is Ripon going to have something to say about that? We're about to find out on 3rd and 5. Meanwhile, as a locally owned and operated business since 1987, Webster's Marketplace is proud to support high school sports and our Ripon Tigers. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23, West in Ripon.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventive, hygiene, cosmetic, restorative and procedures with innovative and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental in Ripon. So the Tigers coming out here as it will be 3rd and 5. They switch ends here. Tigers will now be heading south.
Here we go.
So this is a huge play.
Starts up front with the offensive line. Yep. They're motioning to the fans and their teammates on the sidelines get into this play.
There's the motion. Handoff.
Look out, look out.
Oh, pass over the middle. Going for Schneider. It was a low toss.
Yeah, backside pressure just on the release of the ball.
And we got Tiger down.
Yeah. 84 for Mayville really put the heat on. Bradley Bushke did a nice big hit on Jennings. Meanwhile, we'll see what the deal is with the player that shook up on the 28-yard line.
Was a lineman, so
yeah.
He could have gotten tripped up, run up the backside on a block, a lot of different things there. So
Ripon students are in school building their future in our high-achieving academic atmosphere supported by our dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and always striving for excellence. In 2020, U.S. News & World Report ranked Ripon High School as National Best High School, and the Department of Public Instruction celebrated Murray Park Elementary School as a Title I school of recognition for student academic growth and progress. Thank you to our entire community for your continued support and partnership. Ripon strives to do great things for all students. Have a great weekend, everyone.
That was Alex Button who got hurt. The Tiger got up on his own power and walked.
Geez Louise,
and that's probably
Alex.
that ankle that he hurt in the first half. So
Yep.
we'll bring up 4th down and 5 punting situation. Jennings will go back to punt.
That play was there, by the way. That heat on Jennings was the difference of that completion.
Short punt. It's a high punt. Wait and see what happens. It'll take a Tiger bounce, and it'll stop at the 44-yard line, and that's where Mayville will take over.
So here we are, early in the 4th quarter, Ripon trailing 15-9.
Time for the defense to see if they can make adjustments here and stop Mayville, because Mayville's had the answers here since their opening drive here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much is an adjustment and how much is, I'll tell you right now, that right side of the defensive line, they got to shore it up. So one way to do that, talked about it earlier in the first half, you got to stay low. If you stand up and try to meet that blocking high, it's like you're on roller skates, you're going to be moving backwards. Can't do it. So if you can't shoot the gap, make a pile.
Weiss, quick handoff up the middle, bounces it outside. Cutting across midfield, still on his feet, gets to the 45. And that is Volmer, who's had a very good game.
I tell you, he got his offensive blocker shoved right into his lap. He bounced off of him and then broke it out to the left and then worked against the grain back to the right. Really animated running back there. Great feat.
Yeah, he ran about 30 yards to pick up 11. And a very nice job out there. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball is on the Tiger 45 now. Clock continues to run as we're coming down to the 11-minute mark of the ball game. Here's the sweep coming out. Nice block out there, and good job of shugging off a tackle.
Yeah.
And then making a tackle.
Real nice job, and he's paid the price for it. He's a little shook up.
I think he got kicked. I want to say, I thought that was Roman Miller out there, number 33.
Button was out there on that end. He threw his body in there as well, just missed that running back himself.
This is the situation when you play two very physical teams back to back. You know, the body does tend to take some beating.
Well, and you look down the line, it's not like you finally get to go on vacation when you play like a St. Mary's Springs, or you know, and certainly teams like Waupun have had their teams over the years that have been more than apple
Yeah, it's good to see him
Able
get up, holding that right arm.
shoulder,
Yeah. Might have come down a little awkwardly on that tackle.
That was a big play. Held him to 2 yards. Looked like it was going to
go for more.
Yeah, big time.
So they wind the clock back up here. Be 2nd and 8.
Let's see if we can see some of that first half defensive front knifing through the line.
There's that quick hitter again.
That's better.
Number 74 there for the Tigers once again.
Quentin Steffens, the junior.
Pickup of 2. It'll be 3rd and 6.
He's turned up his game here in the second half.
He really has. So a big defensive play here for the Tigers. You'd almost have to think that Mayville would be in 4-down territory here. Weiss under center, calls out the count. There's that quick handoff, bounces off.
Oh, jeez.
Had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, and just a nice job of bouncing out there and running by Torn.
Well, that was Grayson Thacker at the nose guard. He stuffed the blocker right into the runner, but once again, the runner bounced off of his own man. And there was the reaction on that side of the defensive line, they're just getting sealed off, and great effort by the runner.
He picked up that first down, ball down on the 34-yard line of the Tigers.
Wow.
The Tigers, that line needs some penetration here and some follow-up. There's that quick handoff, and nice job of cutting back through the hole that was vacated by the center to pick up a yard.
Once again, I'm watching Thacker in that battle with the center, and he's doing a good job. Not only is he holding his ground, he's standing up his offensive counterpart.
So 9 minutes to go here as the clock starts to become somewhat of a factor for the Tigers.
Yeah.
As Mayville's leading 15-9, and they're taking their time, utilizing that clock as much as possible. And the back official starts his count, and Mayville will call a timeout because of that.
All right.
So they took a little too much time and had to take that timeout here.
I like that, and just in terms of the Tigers having, I think they need this right now. I think they need a little bit of a
break.
Yeah, I do. They can talk some things over, catch their wind, and see on 2nd and long if they can put really couple back-to-back plays together defensively for themselves and give themselves a chance to keep these guys away from the end zone, because if they don't, it's going to be really tough for the Tigers to come back offensively.
Next week, Tigers will be back home here as they host the Warriors from Waupun. That'll be the battle for the Brown Jug.
Yeah, I'll be back here with you, too.
Yes.
And that'll be a 4:30 start for everybody on Friday the 16th, a week from today. That'll be a 4:30 start. Or I'm being told 6. But my schedule says 4:30. But so they changed the schedule originally that was set for 4:30.
Yeah, it's a 6 o'clock start now.
We're being told 6.
So here we go. There's rolling out. He's got room. There's the pass in the middle, and sitting down in the middle of that zone, the receiver catches that and gets a plenty action.
Nice run.
Cutting back.
Nice run.
And he's going to get in for the touchdown. That's number 84.
Boy, when you can run the ball effectively like they have here in the second half, that really, on that bootleg by the quarterback out to the right, he had the option of tuck and run or look for his target, and he was afforded, because of his legs, time to find that guy. And, wow, you saw the play.
Well, Bushke came from this side, just went over and just sat down right in the middle of the zone. Yards of him when he caught the ball.
Well, that's what happens when you drag across the middle. You have that much time. Everybody keeps dropping to their coverage areas, and then a guy comes short, shallow over the middle, and he's an orphan. Good strike by the quarterback.
Yeah, like you said, he did a nice job of extending that play. And Weiss gets the play here, and now another timeout's going to be called by Mayville. Is a little confusion out there.
Which is
getting this play in.
Which is kind of awkward, isn't it? I mean, you got momentum going. You
don't
pretty much
stop.
everything you're doing seems to be working. So it's like you're at a loss for really what you want to run here. Surprised.
Yeah. Okay, we were just notified that the next 2 weeks games will start at 6 p.m. A little bit earlier than
so both
tonight's
of those
game.
So both of those have been moved up. And so the game with Waupun here at Ingalls Field on Friday the 16th, 6 o'clock, and then the following Friday, 2 weeks from the night, on the 23rd, it'll be also a 6 p.m. game, and that'll be a cat fight between the Tigers and the Cougars of Campbellsport.
So back to this one here. The Cardinals with that score lead 21-9, and they're coming out and they will go for the 2-pointer. Weiss under center. Keeps it himself.
Yeah.
And he'll waltz right in.
That's that reverse pivot, open pivot, fake handoff like they were running misdirection before, and here in the third quarter to start the second half so effectively. Only this time he kept it and ran. Yeah. So it's in a board game of chess. Mayville really here in the latter stages of the game has been a little bit more trickier, if you will, a little more surprising to the Ripon defense in terms of what they want to do.
Well, they've pretty much been doing everything they wanted to do since their opening possession here in the second half. Tigers really haven't had much of an answer except for the one stop with the missed field goal.
Well, and if you recall, they actually were moving the ball offensively very nice. It was 3rd and 13, I think, and they hit that nice pass to, or 2nd and 13, and hit that nice pass to Kai Agamite. And then they had things going, and
the unsportsmanlike.
Han was doing really well moving the ball, and then the unsportsmanlike penalty against Ripon, and then an ensuing holding penalty against Ripon in that same series. And that was all the gas ran out of the offense for the Tigers at that point. And I think the Cardinals started to smell a little bit of confidence in themselves, a lot more.
Well, they got woke up at halftime, realizing, they were down.
Well, that's what we were talking about. What we knew, we kind of thought they'd do that, and would Ripon be able to match that.
So here we go. Getting ready to kick is Aaron Anderson. And the ball
that
comes
should be that should be a 15-yard
delay a game.
Unsportsmanlike. Not really.
So try it once again.
Oh, they'll got their arms up on the kickoff tee. They like that Village People at the YMCA song.
Agamite will take that at the 7. Stays on his feet, gets hit, still on his feet, up to the 20. He'll be driven out of bounds. And should be forward progress, should stop somewhere around that 20.
Yep. I think I concur, right around the 20 somewhere.
It's easier to round it
So
down.
with 8 minutes and 15 seconds, trailing 23-9, Ripon will try to mount a drive here, and if they can, they're still in this contest. But
need a touchdown here.
Yeah, you really do.
I mean, there is no moral victories here. You've got to put the ball in the end zone and give yourself a chance.
Let's see what if Coach Wickstrom's going to open up the offense or stay with his conservative run here.
Quick handoff to the left side, and that'll be maybe a gain of a yard out there for Stellmacher. And that's what they'll do. They'll give him 1 yard. Clock really becoming a factor for the Tigers. Stellmacher in motion again. Back to passes. Jennings, that's picked off. And nobody in front of him, and just steps out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I think Jennings threw that kind of off his back, kind of off his heels. The Ripon receivers were open.
Just underthrew him.
Yeah. He didn't follow through on that. There was some pressure coming from the right side of the defense, his left, Jennings' left.
So a gift there for the Cardinals.
Good job of dissecting it and taking advantage of it with the interception.
So it'll be 1st and goal, or putting the ball down on the 2-yard line. Weiss actually hands this one off this time, and it's punched in for the touchdown. Ripon played a much better game. The House of Cards kind of caved in here at the very end of the game. Yeah, a little momentum swing, and that really did them in.
Yeah, it did.
Those penalties.
Yeah, and you still got half your season ahead of you here. And it's going to be really, to say the least, real interesting to see if Ripon can, put this confidence they played most of the game with into a jar, and then bring it with them to the next game, next Friday, and let it out again and play hard and smart like they did tonight.
And a great, strong kick there, and we have a Tiger down.
Yeah, boy, we've been saying that a lot, particularly in the second half, with Tigers on the turf.
So we can just turn around and hope for the best as the coaching staff is out there with that Tiger. And with that extra point, it makes it Mayville 30, Ripon 9, with 7:25 to go here in the ball game. And hopefully Tigers can bounce back, as Marty said, after this game, and
so
make it a good game against Waupun next week.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. So tune in. If you're not at the game, tune in for it. You can listen to it on the radio, or you can watch it live stream, and/or you can also view it on the Ripon channel 987. You can go and look at the schedule for when that'll be broadcast.
Or you can just come out here and watch it live.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I've said if you don't make it to the game. So the player gets up. That's good news.
That's Kai Agamite. That's good to see. So we'll get ready for the kickoff by Mayville.
Kai was your guy during the round ball season, just a guy that likes to work the boards and
tough kid
and work inside. He'll be back next year, just a junior.
A lot of this Tiger group will be back next year.
Yeah, we've been calling out on individuals that have executed well in a play, and you're right. They are members of the junior class, whether it be a Button or a Hahn or an Agamite and others.
So here we go.
Stellmacher, I think, is a junior as well. Knuckleball line drive.
That'll go into and out of the end zone for the touchback. So the Tigers will start on their own 20 here.
Happened to run as I was pulling into the parking lot. I happened to run into Jose Rubio. Walking, and I rolled my window down. I hit the button for my window, and I think I said something to the effect, "What's the story on the leg?" And he goes, quote, 2 to 3 weeks. So most of the season will be concluded then. The good news is he's going to have hopefully his leg back to normal.
Stellmacher in motion, going very wide. Jennings pass over the middle.
There you go, first down.
A nice little 10-yard, 11-yard pickup out there.
The number 80 for the
Hop.
Tigers. Hop. Speaking of juniors.
A lot of them out there for the Tigers. And they wind up the clock, keep it going. There's that handoff around the right side. Nothing going on there.
No, he gets grabbed on that fabric on the top of that jersey and gets whipped down.
That
very unceremoniously, as they say.
Right defensive side there for the Cardinals. All over that one for a loss of 3. Bring up 2nd and 13.
About 6.5 minutes remaining here.
Motion this time to this side. Throws it underneath, and that's Schneider.
Yeah.
And he'll get out to the 35-yard line.
Call his name mostly on defense, playing the inside linebacker. And we don't, that's probably maybe the second reception I remember seeing him come up with so far in the 3rd game of the season. And 77, I think,
yes,
is the number, was shook up, but he got up on his own
Garrett
accord.
Brisky.
Yep, I think.
He'll have to come out for one.
I want to say Brisky's actually, no, he's a senior, yep.
So he'll come off for at least one play as the trainer went out to him.
3:07, clock starts, 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, and I think Brett Bach, if I saw 53, a junior, I think is out there. I think it's 53. Not sure.
Keep an eye on that. Looking downfield, there was that pass underneath the pressure. And a nice hit, but it will be a first down as Anderson comes up and puts the hit on.
I like what Ripon's doing here.
A little rollout.
Those medium passes. And Jennings doing a good job. Remember, this guy's playing varsity football.
I don't think he's played since youth football.
No, I was talking about that. Yeah, he certainly didn't play anything in high school.
There's the handoff, quick little delay and a cutback. Turning on the burners there.
Number 30?
Yep.
That would be, is that Sina, I believe? Let's see, that is Caden Pear if it's 30.
Yeah. Pear, yep.
Pear.
He's a freshman.
Great. Yep.
And it is Pear, gets it down to the 30 and a first down.
Mayville obviously takes a lot of pride in their defense because they got a lot of their starters still
out there. Yeah. There's that quick handoff to Hahn. Boy, he got really quiet after the end of that.
You see, Mayville takes a lot of pride in that defense. So this isn't, they know they got the game won. This is,
now they want to prevent them from getting in.
Yeah, they don't want the opponent getting another touchdown on them.
I mean, they came into this game without allowing a point scored against them.
Yeah, and you know that it's
a factor.
It didn't sit with them.
Jennings going deep. No. He just threw that, and a good job down there by Stelmacher, I believe, that was, to prevent that interception.
Yeah, that's a timing pattern. That's like, that play was designed to, you know what?
Throw to a spot.
Yeah, that was the pylon. We're gonna meet you at the pylon, but the heads up defensive back is gonna go that, you know, he's as deep as their deepest guy now.
4:20 to go here. Stelmacher, it's a keeper by Jennings. Oh, should have.
Yeah, that indecision is not what you do against a hit and get defense.
That pursuit just turned around and cost 5 yards. Now they're going to say 4. They're going to move it up.
Okay, we got 4 minutes left and counting. 4 minutes left and counting. It'd be nice to see the Tigers punch this in, getting ready for next Friday.
It'd be a pride thing, you know. They scored at the end of the game.
You know, they play like this. They very well could be, you know, very competitive. I mean, this is a discipline thing. I mean, this is really hurting you. Ripon set the table there on that play to give themselves a really good chance to take it in for 6. And because sometimes you get with everybody out there, a lot of the fans are following the ball. They don't see what's going. They don't watch the other parts.
The other part of the field.
And now they've dug themselves a hole here. Let's see what they can do.
2nd and 33 for the Tigers. Here's that counter. Stelmacher trying to skip it through. And he'll get maybe a yard after that.
Yeah, not too much. That offense, I don't know what the odds would be, but
You're a
here we
gambler,
go.
man. So here we go. 4th and 13. Had to get rid of that as he was about to be hit.
Boy, did he got walloped right in his lap. That was 84 Bradley Bushke, who also hit him earlier and caused another interception here in the second half. Give 84 for the Cardinals a battle.
And that was number 30, I believe. So now they'll come in for the extra point here. And Anderson is coming in, I believe. He will attempt the extra point. 36-9 with 1:30 to go here in the ball game. Cardinals in control. This is another young man that's got a great foot.
Oh yeah, real live. He muffed. That's the quarterback. Wise will run it in for 2 instead. He muffed. He mishandled the snap. Snap looked good. Bobbled it and did the next best thing.
Picked it up and ran it.
Yeah.
So 38-9, Mayville leading Ripon. 1:30 exactly to go in this ball game.
And I said it earlier. This game, you're going to look at that score and say, "Oh, Ripon was never in it," but it's in the details.
Yeah.
You look at the details of this. No doubt about it. Mayville came out a wounded animal in the second half and had their backs to the wall and responded accordingly. Ripon is played a much better. It starts with the effort and it starts with the enthusiasm and the way that they played this game here tonight. They ran out of gas. They ran out of a couple of people.
People was part of it. Yeah.
And that there's a curve here. And they know that they went toe-to-toe with a very good ball club here tonight for the first half. And the coaches will talk about that. They're going to watch this on film. But remember, when you're doing this team sport, you got to keep your cool. You got to keep your emotions intact. You can't do things that cause penalties.
That hurt your team.
And that's also part of that process, that learning. And you look back at it and say, okay, got it. That won't happen again.
And that is a big part of it. But you look at this tale of two halves. Ripon played extremely well in the first half, and Mayville just had their way here in the second half.
So they know Ripon just found out. It's one thing to talk about it, whatever, but Ripon just found out that what they're capable of doing, and now they got to realize we just got to do it for 4 quarters, not for 2. Actually 2.5, because that defense did a great goal line stand on their first offensive series by the Cardinals, and then the offense responded accordingly and moved the ball, and then a little self-destruction there, and then from there it was all Mayville.
As it has been.
Yeah.
And you can see why they're 2-0 coming in here, the way they played here in the second half.
Yeah, they got
very physical, dominating team.
Good size, very athletic, very aggressive, just like the coach Bradley said. They're very aggressive defensively in particular. And Wise, while he's not a great throwing quarterback, does enough to keep you off balance when they felt compelled to do so.
And nothing happening around the right side. Be a loss of a yard for the Tigers. As the clock will continue to run, as it's coming down to 1:10. Opportunity for a couple of more plays here. Want to thank our crew here tonight. Riley, our executive producer. You got that? I got you started to run with it now.
Yeah. Chris Jones And then he's one of the lens guys, one of the technicians, that sets all this equipment up that I can't pronounce. Cole, well, I don't know, but I call him, and then Cole Gregney. He's the guy that if you don't like Cole, well, you can blame Chris because I think he brought him in. So, yeah, Howard, I'm working with you, of course. You talked about the executive producer, Mr. Smalls, the Bigster, a.k.a. who else? Jason Mansmith, back working the board that I'll have to still.
You got to go out there and look at that. You'll
look
be
at the
amazed.
board. Yep.
And then we got
check out the board.
Casey Hansen down on the sideline bringing you those shots from down there.
Yep. He's got a Mountain Dew in one hand and he's got the camera in the other. And he's wearing his little, everybody calls him a Baby Yoda mask.
Yep.
But if you watch the
isn't it Gruger or something to that effect?
Geez, I knew it, and now Gragu.
There you go.
The little guy from the series on Disney Plus.
Mandalorian.
Yes.
So, and with that
of Mandalorian. Hey, everybody. What do you think, Howard? Thank him for tuning in and watching.
Definitely. It was a good game. Like you said, tale of two halves in that, and definitely Tigers something to work on as they go down in defeat to the Cardinals 38-9.
Yeah, they did some things that the Cardinals hadn't done allowed in two games.
Yeah, they scored.
Yeah, a touchdown and a safety, so they took it out on both units.
Big difference there. So we'd like to thank you for turning in to Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon channel, 93.1 FM and AM 1600. I'm Howard Hansen for Marty Ernster, wishing you a good evening.